Okay, my dear learners, once again I welcome you. This is our lesson 18, Mathematics B. It is Math B. Don't mix it with Math A. So this is Math B. So in this lesson, we are still moving on with direct proportions, whereby we said with direct proportions, we are dealing with inverted L mainly, and of which I know you know how now what it means when I say inverted L. So here we are now moving on and see if we are given word problems that involve fractions. Now here they are telling us that our first question here, they are telling us that 3/4 of our they are telling us that 3/4 of the books in the library in a bookshop are reading books, are textbooks, are school textbooks. Then how many books are in the bookshop altogether if the school textbooks are 240? Now, my dear learner, those who moved with us from from day one, we looked at fractions and we said a fraction is part of a whole, and this is our whole. Now if I get this whole and I divide it into 3, then when I shade this one, I have shaded one part, but how many parts are making up a whole? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 parts, which means that my whole, this is the denominator and this is the numerator, meaning that numerator shows how many parts are taken off, and the denominator shows that how many parts make up a full whole. I think that one's understood. So how many parts make up a full whole? If now I have my fraction like this and I divide it into these parts, then I take this and this, then how many parts have I shaded it to? Out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So out of 6 parts, meaning that my whole is made up of 6 parts and I've taken 2 parts. Are we getting that? So that is, if you have understood that, that's what we are going to do here. Meaning that now the bookshop, it was divided into 3 sections. This is section and this section. So this is section and this section was for the books, for school text books. Then this was the remaining what? A section, right? But now these 2 sections here were having how many books? We're having 240 books, which means that we have to know each section had how many textbooks. We are going to divide by what? By 2. If you divide by 2, you are going to come up with 120, meaning that here there is 120 in this section. Even here there is 120 in this section. Because the fractions we are sharing equal, it means that even this one, which is for other books, it contains 120 books, meaning that 120 plus 120 you get 240, then 240 plus 120 you get 360 books, meaning that if you use just this understanding here, you've obtained the answer. But now we are going to put it in terms of mathematics. So from the fraction here, we are going to take that these 2 parts here, they represent how many books? These ones, they represent 240 books. Then how about the total parts? How many? They have to be 3 parts, which make up the whole. Then it is inverted L, right, which is going to be 3 parts all over the 2 parts, then times 240 books here. So part by part, then by 2 once, by 2 here we have 1, 2 times 3, so we have 3 times 120 books. So 3 by 0, 0, 3 by 2, that is 3 by 1, it is a 3. So the bookshop had 360 books from what we explained from here. Alright, so let us get this other example. 1/4 of a man's salary is spent on drink. Meaning that the man's salary was divided into how many parts now? The man's salary was divided into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then this one part here, it was spent on drinking beer. Now they are saying if he spent that this part here was 12,000 shillings. Because we are dealing with mathematics and we are dealing with fractions and we share equal, meaning that even here it was 12,000, even here it is 12,000, even here it is 12,000. That is going to be our total amount, but let us show it mathematically. So here 1 part of the man's salary represented 12,000. How about the 4 parts here? So it is inverted what? L. So the 4 parts here over 1 part times our shillings, 12,000, right? Then a part with a part, 1 divided by 4, it is 4 times 12,000 shillings. Then 4 times 12, that is 48. Add on the 3 zeros, then you make 48,000 shillings. Then here we have our part B. Then part B, they are telling us that what is a a 12th of the month's salary. Now they are telling us that in case the month's salary, instead of being divided into 3, now if we divide it into 12 parts, those are 8. Now they are 12. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So what could be the month's salary? So it is going to be 12 times the month's salary, which is now what? 80,000. So by 12, how many 12s and 80 therefore? So the man then a 12th of month's salary is going to be 4,000 shillings if the salary is divided into 12 equal parts. Alright, let us get other examples here. Now let us get this other question here. They are telling us that a third of my salary is 9,000. So they are telling us that a third of my salary is 12,000. My salary is 9,000. What is my salary? What is my salary? So a third of my salary, meaning that 1 part of my salary represents 9,000 shillings from what I've explained. How about the total parts here? The 3 parts, they are going to be inverted L, which is 3 parts here over 1 part times 9,000 shillings. A part goes with a part, so 3 times 9, that's going to be 27. Add on the 3 zeros, then it is 27,000 shillings. Let us get another example here. And this other example says 3/4 of a kilogram of sugar. 3/4 of a kilogram of sugar, it costs 1,200 shillings. Sorry. Then part A, what is the cost? What is the cost of 1 kilogram of sugar? My dear learner, this is very simple. Now remember, when we have a kilogram of sugar, then let us assume that this is our kilogram of sugar. It has been divided into, because they're saying a kilogram, it is a 1 kilogram, sorry. So it was divided into 4, sorry. It has 4 quarters. This quarter, this one with this, right? Now these 3 quarters, here, someone bought them at shillings 1,200. Kitegeeza buli kwota wano yali ya sente mmeka? Bwe luba 1,200 tugenda gabizamu emirundi 3. Kitegeeza emirundi 3, eno kwota yali ya 4, then wano 8 ne wano 8. Kitegeeza ne wano 8, kitegeeza kilo yonna yali ya 1,000 mmeka? Mu 600. Sorry to use Luganda, but I hope you are understanding that well, right? Now so when you get a kilogram of sugar, because a kilogram of sugar is made up of 4 quarters, now 3 quarters are 1,200. Then how about the remaining quarter? Then that remaining quarter to be added onto the 3 quarters to make a kilogram. So we get this 400 remaining, we add it on to 1,200, then to make 1,600. Let us show it mathematically. So here we have the 3 parts here representing 1,200 shillings. Then how about the 4 quarters, which make up a kilogram? So it's going to be inverted L, the 4 parts here out of the 3 parts, times 1,200 shillings. Then a part will go with a part by 3 then how many 3s are in 12? There are 4. Then 400, then times 4 times 4, that is 16. Add on our 2 zeros, and then we make 1,600 as the cost of a kilogram of sugar. Let us rub this one. We make part B. So our part B says part B here, it is telling us to find the cost of. Part B says, what is the cost? What is the cost of 2.5 kilograms of sugar? 2.5 kilograms of sugar. So so we are going to get now the leading statement from the first question. So what is that one? It's 1 kilogram of sugar costing 1,600 shillings, right? Then how about that 2.5 kilograms of sugar? So we know from our fractions, so this is times plus 2 times this one, it is a 4 plus this one, so 5 out of 2 kilograms of sugar, right? Sorry, let me put it here. So this is 5 out of 2 and now kilograms of sugar. They are going to represent our inverted L, so that is 5 all over 2. So we divide it by 1 kilogram. So because from here, then times 1600. Then this one, oh gosh, with this kilogram, so we have 5 out of 2 of our total money, that is 1600. By 2 ones, by 2 here there are 8 twos, then 0, 8 by 5, that is a 40. Add on the 2 zeros, then it becomes 2 zeros. So this is 0, 0, so it's giving us 4,000 shillings. Then let us get part C. Part C of this question, it is telling us to do what? Part C here says how many kilograms of sugar. Part C, how many kilograms of sugar? How many kilograms of sugar can I buy? Can I buy using 8,000 shillings. Now we said they are asking for kilograms, so we are starting with the cost, but from the leading statement, that is the cost, that is 1,600 shillings. We use this one to buy how many kilograms? That is 1 kilogram. Then how about the 8,000 shillings? We are going to get the inverted L, that is 8,000 shillings over 600 shillings by 1 kilogram. So zeros with this one. By 8 we are taking 2, then by 8 here we are taking a 10, by 2 1, by 2 a 5. So 5 times 1 kilogram, so the cost, the quantity is 5 kilograms. Okay, now let us write the activity. Number 1, a quart of a man is number 1, 8 liters of milk cost number 1, 2/3 of the pupils in a class, 2/3 of the pupils in a class, of pupils in the class passed the examination. 20 pupils passed, full stop. How many pupils were in class? Were they in class? Were they in class? Number 2, 3/4 of the pupils in class. 3/4 of the pupils in class passed the examination. Passed the examination. If 60 pupils passed, how many pupils were there in class? Then let us get another one here. In a school, each pupil pays 18,000 for lunch, which is 5 parts out of 12 of the total school fees. In a school. How much does the school charge as full fees? Okay, you've been a good learner. We meet in lesson 19, Math B.